Hi, I'm Brian with Hue Cry Security, and you know, it's holiday party time. Many of you are going to be considering holiday parties for your company, and we wanted to give you some tips, some suggestions, so that you not only have a great holiday party, but that you keep your company, their liability exposure to an absolute minimum. And you really need to do that in today's age. You know, one of the things, if you're going to have a company party and you decide what kind of scope you're going to do during the holiday season, make sure your insurance company, see if you have liability coverage, if it'll extend to your holiday parties. Especially you want to make sure if there are alcohol-related exclusion policies, you need to address those. You need to know what you're dealing with before you determine what you're going to do at your holiday party and what kind you're going to have. Because as we always advise, if the holiday risks are too great, you know, maybe you don't want to have a holiday party. Maybe you want to do some other sort of recognition. But think about liability, because that's a really important factor for you today. Now, a lot of companies get themselves in trouble at holiday parties because they need to make very, very clear they're doing some things. One, that the party's voluntary. This is not a work requirement that you attend. If it is, you're probably going to have to pay them to be there. So if the party's voluntary, if it's after hours, if business is not discussed at the party, and you're not having employees do jobs at the party that benefit you, you know, like cutting cakes or serving food or anything along that line, if the party's truly a party, you'll help protect yourself against any wage claims. If you're having employees perform functions, you may have to pay them. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, your party policies, you need to make sure to all attendees that they understand company policies really do apply. And we're really cautious about advising our clients. The management team sets the examples. So management sets the tone for the behavior at the party. If employees are getting out of line, it's management's responsibility to step in and confront it. So your company policies should still apply at your holiday party. Now, when you're looking at locations, you know, your business office may not be the best location for you. Generally, off-site locations have your tables and your space, and they're set up to do this. They also have liquor license and bartenders if this is what you need to be doing, depending upon the scope. So make the decision on your location. Keep in mind not all of your people and employees may be Christian. And so you need to deal with issues like that. There are some suggestions that you see here on the screen for you to consider for all of those of the non-Christian faith within your company. Now, we're often asked about alcohol, and how you might want to deal with alcohol is entirely up to you. Okay? The reality is that you can control alcohol consumption in several ways. You can cut off the flow early. You can use, you can use drink tickets, okay? You can cut off the flow early. You can use drink tickets. You have different options. Obviously, bartenders can control alcohol flow. Some companies only serve wine. They have eliminated hard liquor. And you might have designated hours. These are all tips that will help you control alcohol consumption if you're going to have it at your party. If you have an intoxicated employee, here's some tips you can do to help avoid those situations. Obviously, cut off alcohol flow pretty early. That gives people time to sober up. If people have had too much to drink, you need to tell them that. You know, you have your company to protect. You're obviously there for everyone to have a great time. Anybody getting outside of those bounds, just talk to them, move them off, offer them a taxi or a car service, and by all means, don't let them take alcohol out of a party. And that includes, be careful if you do gift giving during your holiday parties. We suggest that you don't allow alcohol as a gift option, because you sure don't want people popping that open at your party and you being liable for something that might happen to them on their way home. Now, we've all heard these jokes and all of these innuendos surrounding holiday parties, and sexual harassment is a very pertinent and important issue for you to be paying attention to. You can avoid situations. Don't hang mistletoe. Allow spouses and or significant others to attend your holiday parties, and keep the attire in a professional nature, or at least within the environment of your business operations, and you'll go a long way to helping yourself in those areas. We hope you have a great time at your holiday party. It's what it's all about. You can share stories, you share laughs, you share these seasonal greetings, and that's the important objective. The tips that we shared with you, we hope you'll find useful. At Hue Cry Security, we are a security company, a full-service security company. We have offices throughout Northern California and Southern Oregon. You can see that on the screen there. We help you with things like security alarm systems, complete fire detection and suppression testing, and fire services, alarm monitoring, camera surveillance systems, access control systems. We'd love to help you. You can access any of our offices through the 800 toll-free number that you see there on the screen. You can also check us out on the web at www.hueandcry.com. I'm Brian. I hope you and yours a happy holiday season. I hope you have a great holiday party. And thanks for attending this little session of a Hue and Cry informational webinar. Have a great day.